Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Anthony Yalamis. It's Friday. Can't believe the weekend is already here. Do you guys have any plans this weekend? Hope you guys have some pretty good plans because, man, football season's here and the preseason slate already got started with the first game last night, the Hall of Fame game between the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. Um, Football's back. Uh, Everybody should be excited about that. I know I am. I'm a football guy, and whether it be NFL, college football, or high school football, I'm glad football's here. And so, again, my name is Anthony Galvez. I covered the Raiders for the Fresno Bee since 2016, back when they were in Oakland, and I'm still covering them, but I'm talking more about them on YouTube. I'm enjoying this. Should have thought about this a while back, but nonetheless, it's here. Today, you guys got to see, you guys got to hear from Coach Antonio Pierce. Then you got to hear from players such as Adam Butler, Dylan Lobby, Byron Young, and DJ Glaze. I touched on Dylan last night or yesterday, how impressive he's been in camp. And just watching him today speak in front of media, that guy is smart. Like, he's a smart, physical player. Again, he reminds me a lot of Austin Eckler. Maybe you guys disagree with that, but that's what I see and really like what I'm seeing from him. It's based on reports about Dylan. The other person that is raising my eyebrows or raising my eyes or whatever you want to call it is DJ Glaze, a rookie tackle who's, he's learning a lot from everybody, especially Max Crosby, who Max is giving him some pointers on what he needs to do and how to do it and how to improve in his game. Uh, I've always felt that's important to have, especially from this defense that played really well last year. Um, and I feel that the Raiders defense could be in the top 10 NFL this year, if not top 5. Going into the long stretch there, saying that. But, with DJ Glaze learning, having the opportunity to go against Max Crosby, all these other guys, Malcolm Kuntz, Christian Wilkins, that bodes well for him. And not just for him, but the offensive line in the long run. I think the Raiders are going to, I really believe this, Raiders are going to surprise people this year. And you need a defense like the Raiders have to do something like that. Now, again, I talked about it before, it comes up to, it really boils down to the offense. Can they score more than 20 points, or how about more than 25 points? If you have a defense like the Raiders do, if they play like the way they did last year, you could easily see double-digit wins this year. But I kind of projected that this year, but that really hinges on what the offense does this year. But I really enjoyed listening to DJ Glaze, very bright guy who's, he has a very good personality. He's also taking pointers from Colton Miller, who hasn't been practicing, he's still on a pup list. So, I'm sure Colton Miller, while he's on the sideline giving pointers to DJ Glaze, that's going to bode well for DJ from now to the end of the season. But I don't know how you guys feel about DJ Glaze or any other. Let me ask you guys this: are you guys optimistic of how the Raiders season is going to go? Let me know. I'm kind of curious what you guys are thinking based on reports. We're not going to know more until we see the first preseason game where they finally go against an opposing team. So, it's always good. I mean, to go against your own teammates is okay, but it doesn't really show what can be done or how to do it. But for them to be facing these other teams starting next weekend, we're going to know more of what these guys are doing. Speaking of what these guys are doing, Trey Tucker, apparently he did pretty well today. I know there's been issues with his drops, but today he just held his own and took care of business. It's kind of like DJ Glaze, but I saw Nick Tavor's report where Max Crosby took offense to DJ Glaze holding his own based on reports and tweets, and he just picked up a couple of sacks. So you don't want to piss off Max Crosby. You all know that already, but I just think this team has something there. But again, it really depends on what happens at quarterback. Saw a lot of people are praising Anthony Brown. I could see him being a third quarterback, to be honest. I really believe this race is between Aiden Ricardo and Forrest Gardner Minshew. Of course, unless Anthony Brown, blows people's mind away during the preseason, because preseason games matter, and we'll know more on what these players can do. I don't anticipate Max Crosby and them playing a long stint. Why would you? You don't want to risk injury, especially the injury that he had last year. You want to keep him fresh leading into the Week 1 opener against the Chargers. But I'm more interested in seeing what the rookies do, especially undrafted free agents. This is what the preseason games are for those players to show what, why they belong on the initial 53-man roster. Not just only the 53-man roster, but the practice squad. I just think that the Raiders have a lot of optimism as far as the rookies coming in, what they can show. I'm really interested to see what they can do, especially DJ Glaze. What about Jackson Powers Johnson when he's back? I want to see him. I just think this offensive line is going to be surprising. It's going to be surprising a lot of people once they get everything going. It's also nice to see Richie Incognito out there giving some pointers to those guys. What more do you want from him, who's out there being an advocate, telling them, this is what I see, or what did you see? It's a good educational tool where you got where a mind like Richie Incognito giving them pointers. And I think in the long run, the offensive line is going to learn from what they learned at training camp and transition that onto the live games on Sundays or Mondays, whatever it may be. But nonetheless, we'll see what happens. I think the Raiders have something, like I said, I think the Raiders have something here, and led by Antonio Pierce, and we'll see what happens. Please do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button. I want to get to 500 subscribers by week 1. Can you guys share and let people know, hey, got Anthony here talking about the Raiders instead of writing about the Raiders. We're here to talk about the Raiders. There's a possibility where I may talk about the Raiders on the radio, on the podcast. I don't know. We'll see. I was told, but I'm just waiting to see what happens. But we'll love to talk more about the Raiders. That's why I'm doing this YouTube. Please hit me to 500 subscribers. Again, share with everybody, your friends, family. I'm not gonna, I enjoy talking about the Raiders. So, anyways, again, my name is Anthony Galavis. Hit the like, subscribe button, and we'll talk soon.